The forgotten town in a remote corner of the world lay, a town that never appeared on any map. It was known to the few who spoke of it as Elmswood. Shrouded in fog and mystery, Elmswood was said to be a place where time itself seemed to warp and twist. One foggy evening, Claire, a historian with a penchant for the obscure, stumbled upon a dusty journal in an old bookstore. The journal detailed a town named Elmswood, where the residents had vanished without a trace a century ago. Intrigued, Claire decided to investigate the place, driven by an inexplicable pull. Arriving at the coordinates mentioned in the journal, Claire found herself on a desolate road. The fog grew denser as she drove, and soon the road narrowed, leading her to an old iron gate covered in ivy. Beyond it was a town that seemed frozen in time. The houses were perfectly preserved, but not a soul stirred. Claire parked her car and stepped out, her footsteps echoing eerily on the cobblestone streets. The air was still, and an unsettling silence hung over the town. As she walked through the town square, she noticed the shops and homes had windows covered in dust and cobwebs, but there were signs of life. Freshly cut flowers in a vase, a newspaper dated the day before the town's disappearance, and an untouched meal on a dining table. Her curiosity grew, and she made her way to the town's library, hoping to find answers. Inside, the library was filled with ancient books and scrolls, but what caught her attention was a single, unmarked tome resting on a pedestal. The book's cover was bound in dark leather, with intricate symbols embossed on it. As Claire opened the tome, she felt a sudden chill. The pages were filled with cryptic symbols and illustrations of twisted, nightmarish creatures. At the center of the book was a map of Elmswood with a strange, unfamiliar symbol marked at its heart. It was an old, abandoned mansion at the edge of town. With growing trepidation, Claire headed towards the mansion. The house was an imposing structure with tall, dark windows and a door that creaked open with a nudge. Inside, the air was musty, and dust covered every surface. She ventured through the grand hallway and found a spiral staircase leading to a hidden basement. Descending the stairs, Claire reached a dimly lit room with an old, ornate mirror standing alone against the wall. The mirror was intricately designed with strange symbols that matched those in the tome. As Claire approached it, she felt a cold draft and saw her reflection begin to distort. The mirror's surface rippled like liquid, and suddenly, a shadowy figure emerged from it, a figure with hollow eyes and a twisted smile. It was as though the mirror had become a portal to another realm. The figure's eyes locked onto Claire's, and an icy voice whispered, "Welcome to the Forgotten." Claire stumbled back, but the room seemed to warp and shift around her. The shadowy figure reached out, and as it did, Claire felt herself being pulled toward the mirror. In a frantic effort, she grabbed the book and flung it at the mirror. The glass shattered, and the room returned to its original state, but the figure had vanished. Exhausted and shaken, Claire fled the mansion and drove away from Elmswood. When she looked back, the fog had thickened, and the town was gone, vanished as if it had never existed. The journal she had found was now blank, with all its pages empty. Claire returned to her normal life, but the memory of Elmswood haunted her. She never spoke of the town again, and the journal remained a silent witness to the strange and dark mystery of the forgotten town. Sometimes, on a foggy night, Claire would catch glimpses of a shadowy figure in the mirror, a reminder that some mysteries are better left unsolved.